Imagine realizing that a single mistake you made years ago is now worth nearly $1 billion, and there is nothing you can do to fix it. That is the reality faced by James Howells, an IT worker from Newport whose name is now linked to one of the most painful losses in tech history. In the late 2000s, Bitcoin was an obscure experiment known mainly to programmers and online hobbyists. Howells was one of the early participants. Using his personal computer, he mined thousands of Bitcoin at a time when each coin was worth almost nothing. The digital wallet holding those coins was protected by private cryptographic keys stored on a small hard drive. In 2013, while cleaning out old computer equipment, Howells sorted through piles of outdated hardware. One hard drive appeared useless. Believing it contained nothing important, he threw it away. At the time, Bitcoin had little mainstream value, so the mistake went unnoticed. Years later, Bitcoin's price surged. What had once been pocket change became life-changing wealth. That discarded hard drive was the only access point to roughly 8,000 Bitcoin, which at its peak was worth close to $900 million. By then, the drive was already buried in a landfill outside Newport, trapped beneath years of household waste and compacted soil. Most people would have accepted the loss. Howells did not. For more than a decade, he tried to recover the drive. He studied landfill records to narrow down its possible location. He consulted engineers and environmental experts. He proposed detailed recovery plans using controlled excavation, robotic sorting systems, and AI-assisted scanning technology. He promised to fund the entire operation himself and even offered to share the recovered Bitcoin with the local council and community. Every proposal was rejected. Local authorities argued that digging through a landfill posed serious environmental and public health risks. Toxic gases, contaminated soil, and the uncertainty of whether the hard drive still worked after years underground made the plan unacceptable. As Bitcoin continued to make headlines, Howells took his case to court. He argued that the hard drive was his personal property and that he should be allowed to retrieve it. The courts disagreed. Judges ruled that the risks outweighed the potential reward and that the council had no obligation to permit the search. After years of legal battles, media interviews, and failed appeals, the reality became unavoidable. The hard drive was unreachable. Eventually, Howells stopped searching. Today, the hard drive remains buried beneath tons of waste, its digital fortune permanently locked away. The Bitcoin still exists on the blockchain, visible to anyone, but inaccessible forever. His story is now a modern cautionary tale, often cited as one of the most expensive mistakes ever made. It highlights a brutal truth of the digital age. Wealth in cryptocurrency is not protected by banks or passwords alone. It depends entirely on access. Lose the keys, and the money is gone. All because of one ordinary decision made long before anyone knew how valuable it would become.